Hello everyone. You all know what that sound means. It's time for Zelda. Let's get ready. Now I can hear you all groaning there back home, thinking, oh, Zelda, freaking whatever, that same old thing. But this time is a little bit different. If you pay attention, I'm playing the Japanese version of the game, and there's a reason for that. I'm gonna be playing something called a randomizer. In a nutshell, what it does is it scrambles every location of every item, so it has a different experience for you every single time. Allow me to start the game, and during the playthrough, I'll be explaining a little bit more about this. Okay, let's start. The seed is the worst. I hope it's not. Let's see what's the first thing that we're gonna get. Is a heart. Nothing really useful. So yeah, the idea of this ROM hack is that you start by playing the game normally, but every chest is randomized throughout the entire game. So in the vanilla original game, you get your sword from your uncle in just a few seconds, but in this case, it may not be. Or you may find the bows and arrows in the first chest. So let's check out what my uncle is gonna give me, because that's gonna help me. It may not be a weapon. There you go. It's the Cane of Samaria. It's not a weapon, but it's a difficult one to begin with. What I was saying is that this sort of game is basically taking the Japanese ROM. I think you cannot hack the English ROM, at least to do this, and you upload your ROM to a website. I'll leave the link in the video description. Okay, another piece of heart. Yeah, and then once you upload the ROM, then you can select a few options. There's actually quite a good amount of them. Oh, this is gonna be fun with no sword. So yeah, good collection of options for the ROM. Right. You can customize your character, so you can play with a character sprite other than Link. I went vanilla because I don't like the other sprites. This game's music is amazing, and it's got pretty good details, like the sound of the rain being muffled because we're in the inside of the castle. Going back to the options, you can also customize your swords if they're in the vanilla locations or if they're randomized, or you can even play swordless, which is an added challenge to your run. You can change the amount of crystals you need to enter Ganon's tower or randomize them too. So we're making our way downstairs, try to get to the dungeon um, to rescue Zelda. Oh, oh, and oh, okay, the flippers. That's interesting. I have some of the steps needed for Swamp Palace. I would just need to find the hook shot. Hopefully it's quickly, and I can finish that one. I'm gonna need the Master Sword to be able to damage the end boss for that one. Going back to the mechanics of this ROM hack, you can also select a few options to make it real fast, but that requires the use of some glitches that, as far as I know, only work in the Japanese version. I can't believe I got hit by that card back there. Anyway, I was saying that there are some glitches that you can use to make sure that you can finish this ROM hack real fast. It's called Fast Ganon, but I don't know how to perform the glitches. So I oh oops. Oof. As I was saying before I got rudely interrupted, we're not gonna be using any of the glitches. We're going to be playing the game just normally. Of course, everything is switched around, but as soon as we find go time, that is the point where you can actually go and fight Ganon, then that's what I'll do. I'll head out to kill Ganon no matter what sword I have, no matter how many hearts I have. That's the goal of the thing. Let's go a bit deeper on what they do to randomize things. So chests around the world can contain any item, but the way I set things up, they cannot have like on the outside world, they cannot have dungeon keys like this one. They cannot have that. They will be always inside the dungeon. Bombs. Okay. There are more settings that you can play around with. For example, scrambling also the key so they can be found on the outside or even in other dungeons, but I'm not doing that now. I'm gonna keep it a little simpler. All right. I'm a little concerned about the sewers level because I'm gonna have to do it without sword, and there's some enemies there because you are in the dark. You only have a small cone of light, and they can surprise you. It can just come out of nowhere and hit you. Okay, well I get there. The other thing that the randomizer does very well is that it maintains some logic. For instance, you know that in the Kakariko library there's an item on top of the bookshelf. If you're gonna need the Pegasus boot to be able to knock it down and get it. So the logic is that that item can never be the Pegasus boots because they would be locked. Or, for example, there's a cave in the Death Mountain in the Dark World that contains the Cane of Verna, and it is locked behind, you know, those small blocks. I don't know the things that go up and down, and you have to use the hammer to bury them. So the hammer can never be in that chest because you are going to use the hammer in order for you to open that chest. Okay, here's the sewers. I'm hoping it goes well. Whoa, whoa, almost got me. Okay, keeping in mind what I was saying about the hammer, doesn't mean that there's nothing like that that can happen, but if it happens, there's always a way around it. That's what I like about this because it challenges to be creative. We're good so far. Oh, okay. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Really? What? Man, that was like 7 hits in 3 pixels. It's clear that the game hates me. It's nothing to do with my skill, no. The programmers made it their life mission to ruin my day back in 1991. Holy shit, that just made me realize this game is 29 years old. Oh, this is a difficult room. No problem. Shit. Why the hell am I doing this? I got the bumps. Anyway, okay, so this is what you want to do in a randomizer like this. These are 3 chests. Cover something good. I don't need that. This is crap. Bumbo's medallion. Alright, it's something. I was saying, what you want to do in a randomizer game like this, you want to go to the dungeons and caves that you know have the most amount of chests. Ooh, if you do that early, then you have a higher chance of getting key items that you're gonna need during the run. Okay. The heart, nothing interesting. What can I do with bombs? Ah, shit. What did I do? No. Uh, this is what I meant to do. I can do the 2 rooms in Kakariko. Okay, going back to the talk about the keys in the dungeons. All the keys are limited to the dungeon that you find them in. And it is guaranteed for you to find all the items that you need in a dungeon to be in that dungeon. So the big key, the map, and the compass will be in that dungeon. Wait, hold on. So room number 1, 300 rupees. Magic cape. Nothing too interesting so far. Meh, meh. Absolutely garbage. Well, that was a bust. Anyway, I've been thinking that this game it's consistently ranked among one of the best ever made. That's pretty much the general consensus. Okay, what do you have? Okay, decent enough. Let me head on to Kakariko room number 2. I have high hopes. This should be good. Plenty of chests down here. Magic powder is always useful. Magic mirror, baby. Okay. We can come back from the dark world. All I need is... Oh, that's nice. That's good. I can always use half magic. This is not so bad. If I can find the moon pearl, then I'll have access to the dark world. Feeling good about this set. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that. Any version of the game that you have, every randomization, it's called a seed. Since computers cannot really generate random numbers, they used something called a seed to generate them. This is why it's called that way. Hey kid, show me what you got. I'm sick. Show me about. Oh right, I need the bottle. I need a bottle first. I'm hoping the chest in the back of the bar has something like that. Are you a bottle? Mushroom. Okay, so we can get the witch's item, whatever that is. But a mushroom is not a bottle, so sick kid's gonna have to wait. Maybe this one room here? No, not exactly. Not interesting. Right, that means I have to try my luck somewhere else. While I do that, allow me to talk to you a little bit about how important this game is to me. I remember being 11 or 12 years old the first time that I played this game. Hold on, bear with me for a sec. I'm wondering what's here. Nah, okay, so we can rule that out. I don't need that. But anyway, I was saying that I was 11 or 12 and the game had been out for maybe 4, 5 years. And I'm gonna check this real quick. Lamp. Yeah, I need that. Right, the game had been out for 4 years, 5 years, whatever. And I remember going to a friend's house to play some SNES. And he had this game. It was the first time that he was playing it. And so we started playing it. I think we made it to the Dark World for the first time, like after grueling hours of trying it, because none of us spoke any lick of English back then. So we kept missing all the hints and the clues, and I don't even know how we managed to actually get the Master Sword. And I remember going home that night, and I didn't have an SNES, but I remember wanting to own this game and actually play it to the end. Small side note, that was the night that I got the chicken pox. I guess that's why this game left a mark. I'm not apologizing for that joke. I have the lamp now. I can now navigate dark places and light a few torches. That helps. Anyway, to make a long story short, I remember buying the game, just the cartridge. I didn't have anything to play it on. Wait. I can go back and check out the Lost Woods. It's faster this way. So, I bought my game, but didn't have any console to play it on. So I would, skip from friend's house to friend's house just to be able to go through my save file and play this amazing gem of a game. I just remember it taking so long for me to finally be able to get all the hard pieces and beating all the dungeons. And to think that so many years after, it is pretty clear that this game was such a defining moment for the future of the franchise. This installment helped define some of the staples that we now consider as being part of a Zelda game. Stuff like getting the Master Sword by collecting 3 pendants, like the spiritual stones in Ocarina of Time after this. It came from here. You got 7 crystals or 7 dungeons. That's pretty similar to the 6 medallions in Ocarina of Time and many other games. I mean, don't get me wrong, all the elements were present in the first Zelda game, but they were refined in this game. Let's check it here, see what we find. Cane of Perna. Okay. Thinking about the things that were defined in this game or refined, out of the top of my head, I can think of Kakariko Village, Hyrule Castle, the three pendants, the Master Sword, of course. Um, I can use some bombs. Oh, ooh, the seven sages and their crystals or medallions. And let's not forget about the duality of the worlds. I think that started here. When I say that, I mean here you have the light world, and then you have the counterpart, the dark world, or the golden land where the Triforce was hidden. Oh yeah, that's another thing. The Triforce was already in the lore of the game, but the three goddesses that created the Triforce and hid it in a golden land, that's from here. And that plays a major part in Ocarina of Time, for example. Going back to the concept of two different yet parallel worlds, it started here. This was the first Legend of Zelda game that had that. But then you can see it in Ocarina of Time, only instead of being parallel, you have the same world into different time periods. While you're a kid, or child Link, and then adult Link, right? Now that I think about it, even before Ocarina of Time, we had the Game Boy game, Adventure of Link. Wait, no, no, no. I mean Link's Awakening. In that game, you wash up in Koholint Island, a dream world. And after that, as I said, came Ocarina of Time with the child and adult Link periods. And I'm sure that the examples don't stop there. What do you got? More bombs. That's fine. Yeah, because right after Ocarina of Time, there was Majora's Mask, and it again had two side-by-side worlds, Hyrule and Termina. Is it Termina or Termina? Well, you decide. You also have the Twilight Realm for the Twilight Princess game. You also have Skyloft and the Surface from Skyward Sword. I mean, you get my point. You know what I'm saying. I haven't even mentioned the Game Boy games, the Oracle of Seasons, the Oracle of Ages games. Point being, it all started here. All the concepts came from here. No. I'm gonna go check under the bridge, see if there's something good. The hobo living there gives you an item. In vanilla game, it's a bottle, an empty bottle. I want to see if he's carrying something useful. Let's see. What do you got? Hookshot, baby. That is very, very interesting. This basically means that since I already have the flippers, the hookshot, if I get the moon pearl, and I also have the mirror, that means that I can do Swamp Palace. So if I go into the Eastern Palace and it turns out that it has the moon pearl, then I can do Swamp Palace real early. Oh, and if I could somehow find the hammer before I finish the Easter Palace, as soon as I'm done with it, I could also do Palace of Darkness, provided that I get the Moon Pearl. That's a lot of fees. I don't know. Remember a few minutes ago when I was saying that I bought the game but I didn't have any consoles? So I remember that I had a friend with the console, and for some reason his copy of this game was either lost or damaged. He had misplaced it. I don't remember. But he asked me to lend him my cartridge, which I did. And I remember he lived across the street, and one morning he came to me like in a hurry. He was sweating. It's like, I found something, I found something. Well, really? Nothing interesting here. Pure crap. As I was saying, my friend comes to me running and huffing and puffing, saying, I found something, I found something. Oh, wait a minute, I want to check on something. Crystal pendant. Crystal pendant. Okay. Have you guys ever heard of Chris Houlihan? I think that's his name. The story goes that the Nintendo Power magazine ran a contest in the 90s, early 90s, perhaps even late 80s. And the contest was that if you managed to take a picture of an enemy in Final Fantasy, and you could send it to the magazine offices, Oh, and this was like a rare enemy. It wasn't something that you would just encounter commonly in the game. If you managed to take a picture, then your name would be included in a Nintendo game. I mean, can you imagine such an honor back then? No internet, no YouTube, no Instagram, no Twitch. I mean, anyway. So the legend goes that this guy, Chris Houlihan, won the contest, but it wasn't announced which game he would be put in. It ended up being this one, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. And the way that they did it, oh, geez, Louise. Um, where was I? Right, Chris Houlihan. The way that they did it was that they created a room here in the game. It was a room that you would not normally see during the course of the game. It wound up being a debug room. So when the game doesn't know where to place you because you made some crazy thing in game and the coordinates for Link get messed up, it would place you in that room. And you would know you were in the room because there was like a tile that you could talk to, and it would say like, "Hi, thank you for reaching my room. My name is Chris Houlihan. Whatever. This will be a secret between us." If you're still with me at this point in the story, thank you. And I promise there's a point to this. We'll circle back to my sweaty friend. Okay, getting back on track. So Chris Houlihan wins the contest. He gets put into a Nintendo game. It ended up being The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. So a rumor is starting, possibly by Nintendo Power themselves. And the rumor is simple. Not every single copy of The Legend of Zelda has the Chris Houlihan's room. Can you imagine? Please tell me you're the big key. Ice Rod. Ice Rod is okay. That means I can do part of Turtle Rock. Wait, hold on. I need to focus on the story. Chris Houlihan wins. He gets to be put in Zelda: A Link to the Past. It's supposedly a hidden room, and according to, I think, Nintendo Power, only a few copies of the cartridge have that room in the game code. And that rumor spreads like wildfire. So, in my country, where I'm from, we don't have the Nintendo Power. We had something called the Club Nintendo. It was produced in Mexico. I'm not from Mexico. But we got that one. So Nintendo Club, or Club Nintendo as we knew it back then in Spanish, they reproduce this. They even have pictures, so it goes wild. My friend, my sweaty friend, he had a big collection of Club Nintendo issues. He had every single issue, and that meant that he was very, very aware of the rumor. Hold on, let me kill everything here. I think this is the big key. Shit. What can I use? No, that doesn't work. Big key indeed. Okay, let's claim that treasure. My friend knows about the rumor, and he thinks that my copy of the game, that I was lucky enough to have gotten one of those special copies of the game. So he comes to me sweaty and red faced saying, "Oh man, you got it, you got it." So just so you know, I'm one of the lucky ones. Nothing good. I don't have the bow. I can't finish the palace. I don't even have a sword. Right, so to put an end period to my story, I'm one of the select few that have a copy of their game with Chris Houlihan's room in it. And quite honestly, that makes me feel real good. Makes me feel unique and special. Only that's not the case, not the case at all, sadly. Turns out that that stupid rumor was just a rumor after all. My copy of the game has nothing special in it, which in turn makes me nothing special whatsoever. And I only found out about that maybe 2 years ago or so. As it happens, the Chris Houlihan's room is present in every single cartridge because that makes so much more sense than my stupid kid brain thought. But believe me, the day that I found out, there was a bit of a bittersweet taste in my mouth. Okay, let me check for sunken treasure and the chest inside. Sunken treasure first. It's just a heart, but might as well take it. Okay, whatever. No, come on. I need the juicy stuff. Alright, alright, alright. I'm gonna go check on... There's a cave east of here. It's got like 7 chests? 5 chests? It's right here. It must have something valuable, man. Oops. Really? Really? Unbelievable. Oh, this better be good. It's a secret to everyone. Really? Well, catching it, and finally a bottle. How much ado about nothing. This was just another bust. What do I check from here? The desert, maybe? Yeah, I guess I'll head out west. It's the closest thing. I am really trying to think what else may be here. Get the fuck out of my way. Nothing good. Sanctuary. What can I do with the items I have? I really am trying to think. I got nothing. Wait. Since I came here, I'll go check with the sick kid, because now I have a bottle, so he should be able to give me something. What do you got? Come on. Unbelievable. Stop. I can't go to the mountain by normal means. I cannot go to Sora's domain, to the waterfall. I can open the Ice Rock Cave though. That I can do. Whatever is in there may open up some other paths. Ah, my house is closest. I'll go through Lake Hylia. I think that it's a shortcut. Ooh. It's a bottle. Okay. Nothing to go crazy about. I know what I can try. I can probably use the whirlpools to teleport to another location and access the Sora's waterfall. But I'll do that after Ice Rod. Ooh, I got stuck. Ooh. Whoa. Here, Ice Road Cave. Right. So what's here? Blue mail. Okay. Yeah, I'd like the extra defense. Okay, everyone. Time to end this episode. I'll see you next time on Andy's Live Corner. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also share with your friends. And also hit that bell so you're notified of every time I post a video.